You can make these Rococo and Baroque inspired embellishments out of upcycled cardstock. This is a piece of a soda box, and we're taping down a printed image from somewhere like the Graphics Fairy blog or Pinterest. Use your X-Acto knife and cut out the entire image using safety. I recommend using a new blade. If you need to protect your work surface, make sure to put down a cutting mat or a piece of cardboard. This paper is called carbon paper, and we're going to use it to transfer a printed image onto the cardboard and cardstock. And you can see here I'm cutting out the fit just right so I can see exactly where my pieces are that I'm transferring the image to. You're going to tape it to your work surface so there's no movement, and use something like an embossing tool to trace around your design. Once you have your design, use some good scissors and cut it out. This one has two pieces that are matching as a set. This next project is going to use some cardstock off of a pet food box, and I'm just tracing it around to fit. Dab a few little bits of hot glue to hold the image in place rather than tape, because if you use tape as you cut, your image may move about a bit. You could use a glue stick for another option. After you've cut your image out, you want to very slowly and gently peel back the paper. Now the next project is going to be made with a piece of cardboard that's a little bit thicker. And this design is a little bit fainter and harder for you to see, but you can see in some close-ups, it's very Rococo inspired. And I'm using the carbon paper to transfer the image onto the cardboard and cut it out with an X-Acto knife using a very gentle pressure of up and down motion and some scissors to help remove away the unwanted pieces of cardboard. And just go gently and work it about, and if you need to, you can make a few more cuts as you go so you're not tearing it. Now, because this one's a little thicker, the sides of the cardboard where it's exposed and corrugated will show, so I filled it in with a bit of hot glue and also made a few extra indentions to where there's different lines in the pattern. This one is a smaller example of a sort of a shell motif on some upcycled cardstock. A coat of paint is added to seal the cardboard or cardstock. Next, the embellishments are coated with adhesive size, and once it's fully dry, imitation gold leaf is added to the surface. Here I'm using a small fan brush to apply gentle pressure and dust away any excess imitation gold leaf. I am dabbing on a small amount of Rub and Buff to mattify the gold leafing. You can see in this example, the main outlines are transferred onto the upcycled cardstock, and adhesive size is being placed directly on, with imitation silver foil added, and covered in rhinestones. The last step is adding some sealant. This is a soft dark wax by Annie Sloan, and I love it for these type of projects. It ages the effect of the gold leaf and makes it look very old in Rococo. Here are the finished products, and you can use some hot glue. I prefer to use Surebonder as my favorite choice of glue, and add these to your projects, which I will be sharing some of those in upcoming videos. Also, you can see on several of these, some have added rhinestones. And here is the final project. Some of them you can see the cardboard through. If you'd like, you could add a bit of a textured paint first if you wanted to hide that. Thank you for watching.